Okay, so a lot of you guys have been requesting a cornrow step-by-step tutorial. So here it is. I'm going to jump right into it because I know you guys just want to know, and that's it. I tried to record many different videos and they all just seem to be a fail because I feel like it doesn't really capture how to do cornrows very clearly when you're doing it actually on hair. It just gets really confusing. It looks complicated when it's really not. So I'm going to start by doing it on chargers. Yes, cords. So first I'm going to show you the basics of cornrowing. The basics here is to make sure you are always pulling the middle cord on the outsides. That's your main goal. So whatever strand is in the middle, you're trying to pull it on the outside. It doesn't matter which side you go by first, as long as you start and then keep alternating. Now, to actually get a cornrow, all you have to do is pull a little bit of hair every time you pull a middle strand. I'm pulling the middle strand outwards, and as I'm pulling, my middle finger is going to scoop up hair. I always put my middle finger in a scooping motion and then pull the strand on the outside. And as you're doing that, you have to make sure you're holding the outer two strands with your thumb and index finger. So you have to make sure you're holding those. So again, your middle finger scoops up some extra hair with the middle strand and pulls it on the outside. And again, middle finger, scoop, outside. Middle finger, scoop, outside. Middle finger, scoop, outside. Middle finger, scoop, outside. That's literally all you have to do. Usually it seems complicated, and usually it just gets really confusing, especially when you're doing it on hair, because hair could go everywhere and it could jumble in with each other and everything. But what I suggest is you guys practice the actual hand motions and just getting the whole rhythm of it on cords or strings or whatever you want. But you have to get the rhythm of it, you have to get the practice of it, so you kind of have a feel for what you're doing before you actually go and start on hair. I find it so much easier to learn that way. There is one key factor in cornrowing, and it's how to start a cornrow. So what you do first is you take either a comb or your index finger and you just separate a small section at the beginning of where you're gonna start braiding. So as you can see, I separate it into 3 sections like a normal braid, and I'm pulling the middle strand as I scoop. So middle finger, scoop, outside. Middle finger, scoop, outside. You could even say those in your head every time you're doing it, just so you're training your brain to remember what to do, and it's more effective when you're learning. I know sometimes it's easy to get ahead of yourself and think, okay, yeah, I know how to do it now, and then you go and then you get frustrated because then you messed up and now it's not coming out how you like it to. It's very easy, but just keep practicing, getting the rhythm, and honestly just saying those in your head, and you should be able to get it. Eventually, when you do get the hang of it, you'll be able to control how much you scoop. Sometimes if you're doing bigger braids, you're going to have to scoop bigger sections, and when you're doing smaller braids, you're going to have to scoop smaller sections. Now, I will say, just so you know, bigger braids are always going to be harder for the most part, and smaller braids are going to be easier. The reason being is because for bigger braids, you're going to have to try and pull the section tighter, and it's a larger section, so it's harder. And let's just say it hurts your hand more. Your first, second time, fifth time might not even come out good, even after you've done practicing on cords. But that's all because you have to eventually learn how to keep the braids tight. So you have to eventually learn to pull on each strand, making sure it's tight. And that also comes with practice. So literally, it's just practice, practice, practice. I remember people used to tell me it's practice, 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 practice. And honestly, I'd just be like, you know what? I'm done. I can't do this. But eventually you'll get it. So I feel like I should give you guys kind of a breakdown of what steps you should be learning. So you don't have to focus on everything all at once if that's kind of complicated for you. What you could do is learn by step. So the first step that I would say you should learn is hand placement. Palms always facing down versus braiding, where people sometimes hold the strands in their hand with the palms facing up to the sky. The second step, you could implement the scoop. So just kind of practicing scooping with the middle strand with your middle finger. Once you've mastered that, you can master kind of holding the strands tightly, kind of getting a feel for that. And just making sure you know to keep the strands separated, control. And then after that step, you've basically mastered cornrowing. And you just have to implement starting from the beginning with a small little section. So guys, I hope this video helped you. I really do. I tried my hardest to explain it the best I could. It's not easy at all explaining this. I hope this video helped you out, and I hope the demonstrations help. And yeah, good luck guys. Let me know if this helps and comment down below if it did. Subscribe, hit that like button, and comment down below. Share this to your friends who want to know how to cornrow. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.